Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Synovus Park on the banks of the Chattahoochee River in beautiful Columbus, Georgia.
Wow.
What a new era for the Columbus Clingstones, the AA affiliate of the Atlanta Braves. You see the crowd coming in right now. Thrift, this is going to be fantastic.
Unbelievable. We've been waiting on this moment since we found out we were going to have a minor league team, DJ, and it's finally here. Can you believe it? Opening day here at Synovus Park, and man, it's a great one.
Shout out to the contractors. Shout out to everybody who made it possible, because we literally saw this blow up right in front of us in just a short period of time. And now, the beautiful venue that it is, it has to be one of the most memorable and one of the most beautiful venues in the city.
No doubt. We got a tour yesterday, a private tour, and we were able to see some of the suites and stuff, but man, they were still working on construction as late as 12 o'clock last night, and you're seeing now as the fans are coming in, it is beautiful. All the bells and whistles you expect from a top-notch facility. Dude.
Absolutely, and of course we're live here at Legacy Gateway. They got so many different themes that's designated it throughout the park. So much tradition, so much history. And again, we are a part of that history right now.
Well, we are, DJ, and I'm glad that we're able to be here because not only are we covering it, but guess what? Columbus Clingstones, they're home on Sports Visions 92.1 FM, and we get to talk about them every weekday morning from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m., DJ, and so glad that we got this partnership with the Clingstones.
Absolutely. WLTC HD2 Sports Visions 921. Or just go to your smart speakers and ask for Sports Visions 92.1 on TuneIn. Or Alexa. I mean, however you receive your radio on the dial, but every home game, every road game, the Clingstones are on Sports Visions 92.1 FM.
And if you download the Sports Visions radio app, you can listen on there as well. And then you can check out the show on Facebook, YouTube, Sports Visions, and on Apple and Spotify podcasts and the Sports Visions Morning Show. But if you want to hear the Clingstones specifically, download that app right now. It's easy, it's free, it's accessible, and it's the best way to listen to Sports Vision, local sports, and the Clingstones.
Did you tell them that in the morning to start your day, weekdays at 6 a.m. to 9 a.m., the Sports Visions Morning Show is off the heezy.
Off the heezy, DJ.
And we have a wonderful time getting everybody's day started. But today, all eyes are on the Columbus Clingstones and these wonderful fans. Thrift, this is really incredible.
It is unbelievable. So we got here earlier this afternoon. Around about 4:15, the line started going, and now it's elbow to elbow. You're seeing as people are starting to come in. And here's the thing. First 3,000 people get this right here. It is a commemorative opening day ticket they get to keep. They can mount up. I know our resident Tyler Redmond, who's our resident baseball fan, he grabbed about 3 or 4 of them because he wants to make sure he has this. What a significant moment, and this is awesome the Clingstone did this.
I know where this is going to go. This is going to go right in the man cave.
No doubt, DJ.
Along with all the other wonderful special things that I have, of course, but this is a memory that'll last forever. And again, long after we're gone, this commemorative item could be worth something.
I think it can, DJ, but when you walked into this ballpark yesterday, what were the first thoughts that you had?
Well, I remember coming up as a youngster a long, long time ago, many decades ago, and there was the Columbus Astros. Of course, that was the AA affiliate for the Major League Baseball team out in Houston. And again, with all the great players that we saw in the grocery stores, in the malls, it was incredible to know that, again, these guys, whenever their assignment was over here, we would see them on television. And again, Cliff Johnson is one of the main ones that I can remember. But my favorite baseball player of all time, Cesar Cedeno, was a superstar with the Houston Astros. But the names of the people that have played here in this park, it's unbelievable. From Hank Aaron to Mickey Mantle, everybody and somebody in Major League Baseball history has played a game in this ballpark.
Tom Glavine's another one, Frank Thomas, Babe Ruth. I mean, you can see, so when you walk into the ballpark, you go through the Legacy Gateway, and as you're going underneath where the bleachers are at, you'll see on a wall that has all the incredible baseball players that have played right here in this ballpark, DJ. And I remember, you said the Columbus Astros, I remember the Red Six and the Waves and the Mudcats when I was growing up, and now kids that were my age, when I got to go, when I was 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, my granddad and my dad, now they get to experience it too, DJ.
Absolutely, man. But what really touches my heart is the way you're seeing all these people walk by us here. And again, you'll see that probably for the next couple of hours. We're still, at least an hour and a half before, the first pitch of this game. And people are anxious to get in here. They want to, buy the food. They want to sit in their seats. They want to take pictures. And of course, in this age of social media, You know how many selfies are going to be taken here today? You know how many lives are going to be here today?
Yes.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable, man. So I was thinking that too on the ride over here. I was like, nowadays with marketing, all you got to do is have people come with their phones and they're going to market for you. Everybody's anybody wants to be here at this moment. If you're not here, it's okay, because guess what? They play tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So you got 5 more opportunities. But obviously tonight, with it being such a historic night, we already saw Mayor Skip Henderson. We got rumor there's going to be other legends that are going to make an appearance. It's going to be a who's who list.
It is, and the Atlanta Hawks, Braves, Falcons.
We were talking Atlanta Hawks,
but the Atlanta
today.
Braves, Craig Kimbrell, of course, the all-star pitcher, he has actually been assigned to this particular organization. I'm not saying he's going to play tonight, but he's going to be available to pitch. And of course, he's a Brave legend. But having an opportunity to help open this park on this historic day is really, really special.
Yeah, I know it is, man. It's awesome to be able to see everything that has happened in this area, everything that's all the great players that have come through here. And now we got Craig Kimbrell, and rumor has it he may be coming in relief, and as one of the best closers that we've seen in the last 15 years. It'd be an awesome experience to see, DJ.
Awesome experience indeed. But again, all of the niceties in here. It's some tremendous food. Everywhere you look at this. Actually, if we could pan the camera just a little bit, Mike, you got the hospitality area here. This is called is it the Peach area?
Peach Pit.
Peach Pit.
We got the Peach Pit right behind us, man.
And again, you see all of the places that you could get nice cold beverages. But, as we pan to the other side, we actually, as you go through Legacy Gateway, Mike, we have a plethora of restaurants that will be serving foods that I haven't even heard of some of these vendors, man. So for the very first time, you will be introduced to. I know you can buy, is it tacos in a batting helmet?
Yes, nachos in a batting helmet. You got pizza. You got the Fountain City burger that everybody's talking about right now. You got corn on the cob elote. I mean, so many great things.
And that fabulous Afterlife Club up there, man. They tell me that you could get some really, really good eats up there.
So we were there yesterday going through it, obviously air conditioned for those hot summer nights. But man, there were so many foods. We were looking at all the things they're going to have on the spread. Maybe hungry right now thinking about it, DJ.
Well, come to think of it, the media, we haven't found out where they're going to be feeding us, because Jack Johnson, who is the voice of the Clingstones, and he also the manager of media relations, he did tell us that they got to have a nice spread for us as well.
Yeah, and they're always going to want to take care of the guys that are going to take care of them and getting the voice out there, man. And it's awesome to be able to talk to Jack. We've had him on the Sports Vision Morning Show many times, and if you listen to the broadcast, he's going to shout out Sports Vision 92.1 periodically. But we want to say thank you to Jack and Pete Lavin for allowing us to be here on this such a momentous occasion.
Well, you know what, you talk about momentous occasion, you talk about iconic occasion, but I think more so than anything, the fact of the matter is that Sports Vision's radio, Sports Vision's 92.1 FM, the Sports Vision's radio network, all the Clingstones games are on 92.1 FM. And again, every time that Jack makes a call, he's going to make reference to that. And again, from the promotions and marketing aspect and standpoint, that's unbelievable. All the stars lined up just right.
It did, DJ. And for us to start our show in this station back in January to culminate into what now the Clingstone starting off, and we being the home for the Clingstone, God makes things happen, man, and we're so thankful for this opportunity, and looking forward, man, to talking to many more Clingstone and being at many more games.
And an old saying that they say in the neighborhood, who knew? This is fantastic.
It is, man, DJ.
Unbelievable. But again, it's a special day, and the fact of the matter that this particular venue, this particular team, this organization should galvanize the community. Again, sports fans, that's why I love this platform. This is why I love doing what we do, because again, from our show in the morning to all the people that we touch and help wake up and start their day, to of course these folks that are going to be here for the next 3 or 4 hours enjoying the game tonight and for the next 4 nights in a row, it's going to be unbelievable. This is the place to be.
It is the place to be. It's the thing to do here in Columbus, Georgia. So, the big cry for Columbus people is like, what's there to do here? Anybody that comes and moves here, what's there to do in Columbus? With Uptown being renovated, Midland Commons coming along, now adding the Clingstones, there's no more excuses. There are plenty of things to do in this awesome city, and I'm glad that one of them being the Columbus Clingstone. Bring baseball back, and they did it in a big way.
They did it in an absolutely humongous way. And again, for you, those of you who maybe live in a box or you hadn't come out of your neighborhood, this is on the banks of the Chattahoochee River, right downtown, where the old municipal auditorium, better known now as the Civic Center. And again, this is Golden Park. Now it's Synovus Park. And I know that a lot of people, a lot of OGs, a lot of You know,
I still call it Golden, man.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, you know, Golden Park will forever live here because, again, all the great players that have played here. But
Right.
and these guys, these young kids today that play for the Clingstones, these fans, all of these broadcasters, all of these administrators, these people are standing on the shoulders of the legends that played here. That, of course, in history in Major League Baseball.
No doubt, man. And now we're seeing all the fruit and labor of when you invest into something like this, what it can do and hopefully galvanize in a city, DJ. But before we go to break, DJ, I do want to shout out some of the sponsors that are making this possible here, this live hit. That includes Morehouse School of Medicine, Chick-fil-A, Aflac, Houston Clinic, and of course, Global Diagnostics.
Absolutely. We thank you so much. We'll be right back after these messages. Beautiful Synovus Park here on the banks of the Chattahoochee River, Sports Visions. Of course, we're here with Mayor Skip Henderson. Mr. Mayor, you have done well.
Well, I will tell you that this is if any event took partnership, it was this one. And there's so many people that worked so hard against really tough deadlines, including the counselors that voted for this. So it's a we thing. It's a big day though.
Yeah, it is, Skip. But what this means for the city. When you walked out and you saw that long line of people, I know that had to mean something to you, knowing that you did. This is something special for Columbus.
You know, I was telling Josh, I said, you know, I'm not sure what I expected, but this exceeds it.
Yeah.
You know, the thing about baseball is, to me, it represents families, it represents kids, and
Right.
I see all these little kids coming in here, and I look forward to watching their faces as they're watching the stars of tomorrow play in the Braves franchise.
Yeah.
You know, we're from the same generation, Mayor, and you know, I
You got
remember
all the athletic talent, though.
But I remember growing up with the Houston Astros having Columbus as their AA affiliate, and we used to see some professional athletes in the grocery stores and the malls, and then you know a few weeks later we see them on television playing in the Major League Baseball. I'm so happy that the kids have that same opportunity now.
Oh, absolutely, and you know, Craig Kimbrell is now with this club,
Yep.
and I mean, I used to idolize that guy when he was coming in to put out the fire in the ninth inning.
Yes.
But yeah, you know, that's such a good point, because the guys that are here in Columbus, Georgia, are going to spend time here. They're going to get integrated into the communities, the surrounding region, and yeah, it all adds up to the magic of baseball. It's just really cool.
We are actually standing right out in front of Legacy Gateway, but just a few paces on the inside of it, there's a marker, there's a ledger, whatever you call it, but your name is on it along with a long list of other folks that made this happen.
Well, and again, that's something that is typically done when there's a capital investment through any type of financing, because all of the councilors' names are on there as well as the city managers. But you know, the thing that is really cool is that Legacy Walk.
Yeah.
When you see the pictures of those players, and you see, because that is Golden Park. We're in Synovus Park, and it is Golden Park on steroids. But it's still, they did a great job in retaining a little bit of the sense of history throughout the years at the original ballpark.
You had to cry out to all the corporations, all the businesses around here to help make this park possible. What does that mean to you when you see all the local businesses that help make it look so beautiful as it does?
You know, Columbus gets things done. I mean, that's bottom line. We have such a great, strong corporate citizenship in Columbus, Georgia. Yeah. And they're guys that don't just stroke a check, right?
Yeah.
They're guys that buy into a vision, improve the vision, and then try to make sure that it's fulfilled.
You know, when we talk about, you know, what to do in Columbus, Georgia, as far as, you know, for enjoyment, I mean, this has to be, you know, high up on the list now, that the fact that not only can you get great food, cold beverages, enjoy, you know, the future prospects for the Atlanta Braves. I mean, this event, this venue, this team, this organization has galvanized the community.
Oh, absolutely. And you know, the cool thing is it's really geared for families, because if your kids get a little bit hot or they get a little bit, you know, squirmy in the seat, there's a kids zone.
Exactly.
So you can go there and let them take a break. Mom and dad can take a break. But your point about there always being something to do in Columbus is well taken. I mean, just right across the asphalt, you've got hockey playoffs, you've got arena football kicking up, you've got the Columbus United Football Club that's going to play their home games in A.J. McClung Stadium, and the jewel in the crown of it is Synovus Park.
The last question I have for you, you're going to be throwing out the monumental first pitch. The first pitch, and this will go down in the archives.
Yes,
this video will be there.
No pressure on you,
Are you
Mayor.
going to throw you know, a fastball, a knuckleball? What you got on
Curve?
the slate?
It's going to look a lot like a changeup. But yeah, and we'll just see. I just hope that I don't hurt anybody and I get it all the way to the catcher in the air.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Mayor Skip Henderson.
Thank you.
Welcome back to the beautiful Synovus Park on the banks of the Chattahoochee River. I have a couple of guys here who we're very familiar with. Of course, that uniform I'm really familiar with, guys. WRBL sports director as well as anchor and reporter, Jack Patterson and Tyler Redmond. Guys, I tell you, man, what was the first thing when you entered the property today and you took a look at this beautiful park? What were you thinking?
Well, first off, growing up here, both of us, I would say, we've never seen it look this good. The grass looks good. The dirt looks good. The stadium looks immaculate. And it's a great mixture of the new and the old. You look around, there's familiar features, the arches over there, that kind of thing. The history's still here, but it's so new, it's so clean, it's so fresh and so clean, DJ. And it's just immaculate.
I've taught you well, Tyler.
I got to ask you this, though, Jack, because me and you and DJ were talking off air. What does this mean to you as a sports director, your first time? You were asking DJ, which you can ask him that same question here, too, but I'm asking you as a sports director. This is your first time covering a minor league team here in Columbus. What does that mean to you, man?
It hits different. It really does. It's, when you cover so many sports, and, we're fortunate here in the Chattahoochee Valley, we have a plethora of sports. But to have the minor league affiliate of the Braves here in Columbus, a town that we already call a baseball town, okay? But the fact that you have the minor league affiliate of the Braves here, an hour and a half down the highway, it really does hit different. And I've had goosebumps, I've had chills. I've walked through this park multiple times over the last couple of days, and honestly, man, it's just really. I don't think it will hit me until we get through the anthem, we get through all the ceremonies tonight, and we're playing ball. I think that's when it'll hit me.
Tyler, we know the love that you have for baseball and covering baseball. You've been doing it for quite some time now, but obviously it hits a little different, as you say. It hits a little different.
Well, yeah, it's here at home. I'll be honest with you, I grew up coming here, right? I walked through those doors with my granddad when I was 5. I showed him a picture earlier with me and Hook from the Catfish days at my 5th birthday. So for me, as a fan of baseball and as a fan of, frankly, Columbus baseball, it does hit different. The memories start flooding in when you walk in those gates. And to see it given, frankly, the respect it deserves. Babe Ruth played here. Joe Jackson played here. Jackie Robinson, it's Jackie Robinson Day. He played right here. To see that history really come back to life here is just unspeakable.
Jack, I want to ask you this. Go ahead, for the folks that are watching. Let everybody know how everything unfolded with regards to this universal effort with the station coming in and covering this monumental day.
Well, I mean, honestly, DJ, it's a team effort, and this is where, our team comes together, and we have been doing a lot of great work. Bill Scoggins and Teresa Whitaker are just off camera to the side of us. Myself and Tyler, we're over closer to the field. We've got Chuck Williams and Bob Jeswald on the other side of the field, down the left field line, and we have a hodgepodge of production and creative service and digital folks that are all helping to make this happen. Our general manager and sales director have been taking people to and from the station. Our news director, who's only a week and a half on the job, he's been leading us fantastically today. And honestly, man, when it comes to something like this, it really is a team effort.
Tyler, I got to ask you this, because I was talking with Jack Johnson, me and DJ, yesterday, and we literally were talking about the fact that when he was at other places, nowhere near the fan support that we're getting right now. To see the community support come out in full, it doesn't feel like a minor league team. It feels like a major league affiliate. What do you think when you see this?
Well,
man?
There's no doubt there's excitement. The fact that you have people on Facebook asking how to get tickets to a minor league game here in Columbus,
come on,
that's unbelievable. They're trying to find a way to get in here,
right?
And we're honored to all be here, I know. But the fact that there is that excitement shows you that baseball could have always been successful here. And it will be successful going forward, especially because this is a Braves minor league affiliate. It's within state lines. It makes sense. The investment by the city here in Columbus has been terrific, and we'll look at what it has resulted in. So it has been phenomenal.
And I got to tell you guys, I've been out here since 11 o'clock this morning, and I've seen so many people walk up trying to get tickets today. And Jack Johnson, he talked to us earlier today. There's over 80 media credentials here tonight. It is ridiculous. These are words I never thought I'd say, and seeing so many people trying to get to the gate and buy tickets. They always say that Columbus is a walk-up town, but that's not the case tonight.
You can't be walk-up with these Clingstones now.
Not tonight. It's I've probably seen at least a dozen people walk up to the gate and get turned away saying, hey, we're sold out tonight. You know, even the standing room only tickets, we're sold out tonight.
Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us. And again, I know that you're going to have not only a great opportunity to cover this game, but you guys are going to get to feel this experience. You guys are going to eat the food. You're going to get to talk to the fans and hang out. And again, you're going to get to do this every day of this week.
And it's all on DJ, everybody. It's all
Yeah,
on
exactly.
DJ.
All right, we'll be right back after this. Welcome back to Sports Visions on the banks of the Chattahoochee River in the beautiful Synovus Park. We have with us the man, the myth, the legend.
That's him.
Former WTVM sports director, Dave Flatter. How are you, Dave?
I am doing wonderfully, DJ. Thanks. Thanks for having me on.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. But you know what? This park couldn't be official without having you on to talk a little bit about it, because as far as I know, you were the only guy that has covered as much sports in this area since 1985 to 2023.
Yeah, it's seeing the new ballpark. What they did with it is absolutely amazing. You walk in and you see the bones of Golden Park. It looks like Golden Park. It feels like Golden Park, but it doesn't look like Golden Park. It's the upgrade. It's just beautiful. I heard the word immaculate used. That's the right word.
Dave,
The absolute right word.
when we walk through and I see on this commemorative wall right here, if you go through Legacy Gateway, all these little baseballs that
Yep.
got Babe Ruth on it, Frank Thomas, Tim Hudson. Talk about the who's who list of incredible people that I don't think many of the young people understand of how many great athletes have played in this park.
Absolutely. I mean, the names they have on there include players that played back before Golden Park was here. Willie Keeler came
Wow.
through here as a minor leaguer apparently, and Keeler's a Hall of Famer. If you had never heard of him, he came up with the phrase "hit them where they ain't" when he tried to describe what you're supposed to do at the bat. Dude was 5'3", and he had over 2,000. I mean, the guy was amazing.
Yeah.
You've got names up there like Jim Bottomley. Never heard of him? Hall of Famer with the Cardinals, came through here, probably playing with the team here. He had 12 RBI in one game.
Wow.
You know, so you're talking guys like that. Frankie Frisch, who managed the Cardinals, the Giants in the 30s and 40s. Great players like that. Guys who came through in the 50s, and now you're hearing names you've heard of, like Hank Aaron. I mean, you see Hank Aaron's name up there. Henry Aaron was a man. Let me tell you something. And all the guys that have come through since then, and Glenn Davis,
Come on now.
who's
Local
he
pride.
lives here now. Yeah, I mean, the people that have come through and played in this ballpark, it's amazing who has come through here.
You know who my favorite is? Willie Bowman. the
Oh,
Peanut Man. Hey, he's
Goody
the
goody
legend.
program. Ah, we miss Willie. Willie was a great guy, and he did so much for the atmosphere of this park.
No doubt.
Because let's face it, the folks hawking the wares, the sounds of Goody Goody Peanut, you know, that's just baseball.
Yes.
And I wish Willie were still around. He was a good man.
Dave, I tell you, this This is an event, or this is an organization, this is a venue that's going to galvanize the city in my best guesstimation of it. I mean, it's beautiful. There's a lot of different food vendors here. I mean, and we get to see some of future prospects of the Atlanta Braves.
Yeah, they turned this thing into a destination. And there's more stuff going to be going up around here. I guess hotels or whatever. I'm not sure what they have planned, but this is an awesome, awesome start. You make a place this pretty. I mean, this is beautiful. Beauty sells. People want to be around things that are beautiful.
Yeah.
And this is a beautiful setting for baseball. And not to mention the fact, what's beautiful is we're seeing guys that are going to be playing in Atlanta in a couple of years.
Yeah.
Braves fans,
right?
Come on, here you go. And the Braves, of course, have had a great farm system all these years. There's going to be guys with so much talent coming through, and guys from other major league organizations. There's a lot of talent there too. And for all you know, the guys you see them playing for the other guys may wind up on the Braves too. Keep that in mind.
Dave, I got to ask you, final question. I've seen Chuck say this, I see you say this, and guys that I respect in this industry, they say Columbus is a baseball town. Do you full wholeheartedly agree with that?
Absolutely, Columbus is a baseball town. The names of the people that have come through this town, I mean, you can go back. There was a guy named Skeeter Newsom. He managed the teams back in the 50s. He played for the Phillies, he played for the A's, and he played for the Red Sox for about 10 years. And he managed here in the 50s. You've got guys like, well, the guys that were from around here, like an Opelika, Billy Hitchcock came through here. You've got so many great players. Frank Thomas, we got a Hall of Famer, a first ballot Hall of Famer. Come on. Tim Hudson. You've got the Rasmus brothers played in the big league.
Tom Glavine.
Tom Glavine came through here and played in this ballpark. I did a story with Tom Glavine when he was in Double-A.
No doubt about it. No
But I
doubt.
mean, just the number of players that have come through here that came from Columbus and the surrounding area. All the state championship for all the high school teams. Here's one guy for you, Brian Baker. He did not make it to the major leagues,
right,
but he won a state championship at Columbus High.
Okay.
He won a state championship at Columbus State University. He was the MVP of the Division II College World Series that year, and he won a pennant with the Columbus Catfish.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, so there's a guy who's won on all three levels. From Columbus, made it to AAA.
Well,
good guy, great relief pitcher.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we got to do something that Dave hadn't done in a while. Dave, take us out of here with That's a Look at Sports.
That's a look at sports.
We'll be right back. Welcome back to the final segment of today's Sports Vision show. I tell you what, we have our guy right here. He is the man with the plan. He has come from over in CBCC calling the ball game, but he wasn't going to let anything stop him from getting here. Richard Holdridge, how are you?
I'm doing great, DJ. I'm just thrilled to be a part of history.
When you think about really what's going on, I mean, we came down, we got the nickel tour the other day, and we saw the suites, and we saw all of the great vendors and all the great things that this venue has to offer these fans that have piled in here today, and they're continuing to come in right now as we speak. What does that feel like to you?
Oh, this atmosphere, the state-of-the-art ballpark, and this just seeing the fans. It didn't hit me until I'm driving toward the ballpark, and it is packed, like with cars. And they sold out the game. We expect there's not going to be an empty seat. And I think that Columbus deserves this. This is a baseball town. We haven't had minor league baseball here since 2008. We haven't had a Double-A team since 1990. And just knowing the history of the Southern League, because I used to work for a team in the Southern League, I know that there's a lot of passion with all these teams in the Southern League. And you're going to see fans travel from Montgomery, Birmingham, Pensacola tonight to come here to Columbus. It's going to be like a landmark that people are going to want to see a minor league baseball game.
DJ, I'm going to have to ask you this, man, and we were talking about it. You know, last time that we had a baseball team, you were a sports director. Now that all these years later, you're sitting back, still covering sports, still more prominent than ever. What does this mean to you as you look back to those Columbus Astro years, man?
Man, this means a lot. It means, again, no words can really express how I really feel. And again, you know, to be a sports director in my hometown, a place where I grew up, and I grew up coming to Golden Park, watching the Columbus Astros AA affiliate man, and of course meeting my heroes, the Cliff Johnsons of the world and the Cesar Cedenios of the world. It was just almost, I pinch myself every time I think about it, Thrift.
Yeah, I know, DJ, and I think back, I was saying this on the morning show, which you can listen right here, me and DJ, every weekday morning, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Download the Sports Vision's radio app. If you can't make it to the game, to listen to the Jack Johnson, the Clingstones, right here on Sports Vision 92.1 FM, and we're also on Facebook, YouTube, and Apple and Spotify. I went with my granddad to a Rex game. I told you, he ended up breaking his arm because he saved the ball from smacking me in the face when I was 6 years old. And I just remember those moments of spending with my dad, my granddad, talking about the history, learning to love sports. That's where my love of covering sports came from, being at games like this. And I'm hoping there's many Thrifts out here, many Richards, many DJs that get to go and spend time with their loved ones and enjoy some baseball.
Absolutely. And with that said, I tell you what, that's going to do it for this edition of the Sports Vision Show. On behalf of Thrift Behringer, Richard Holdridge, I'm DJ Jones.